Hello everyone. Welcome to Hope and Wellness channel. I'm Omid, your host, and today I'm recording the very first video of this channel. In this video, as the first one, I'm going to talk to you about why I've started this channel and give you a bit of background about myself, and then tell you about what can you expect from the videos from this channel. So, let's get to it. Well, I've started this channel because of my own personal health issues that I have had for many years, as many others do. And I couldn't fix them by following the standard of care and just going to the traditional medical health providers and asking them for solution. Usually the solutions that they gave me wasn't remediating the root cause of the problems, and it was just you know fixing the symptoms. So I thought that I need to take control of my own health and I need to start doing something about it. So I started researching and studying on my own and figuring out what is happening. So I had to do a lot of study in physiology, in the whole thing, because my background is I'm a computer engineer for more than 2 decades, and I haven't had any background, any sort of training uh, whatsoever in medical science or health or nutrition or anything like that. So I had to start from the beginning, from scratch. So I did that, and it took me 4 or 5 years now that I've started this journey. And after a while, after a few months, I started to figuring out that some of these issues are related. So things like totally unrelated. So on the surface, if you look at them, they're totally unrelated. Things like, I don't know, headache and then eczema, or being overweight and being agitated. So seems unrelated, but based on my own researches, and it's not my own researches. I was studying the books and I was studying the researches from the actual scientists, from the experts that are doing this for their life, for their job. So I was researching on those. But the difference is I wasn't going to someone and just trusting one doctor, trusting one medical health provider and just, playing dumb and asking, what should I do? And just accepting everything. So the difference is this. So I was going deep into the literature. I was trying to find the basis of every decision that I might be able to take, and then taking that decision with the knowledge, with the information. Okay, so personal health issues. That aside, I could see the same kind of issues in my family members and close friends. So I started to share the ideas that I found with them, and it was useful for them as well. So same as me, I was able to reverse some of the issues that I had. I was able to almost put to remission every issues that I've had and that was bothering me, that was painful, and I was suffering from them for a lot of years. Like the headache that I mentioned. I've had headache for, I don't know, 30 years, something like that. And it was usual. So no normal day, no usual day was finished and was over unless I had a headache. And I'm talking about headache. You imagine like a severe headache that is painful, that you can't even look at a bright light or, TV or something like that. And I've had for a lot of years. Now, for the past 4 or 5 years, I haven't had any headache. Maybe a couple of times, which was uh, so I found a reason even for those as well. But other than that, no headaches whatsoever. So, and you could see the same thing in others. And I shared the solutions that I found, and they started to do them. It was helpful for them as well. So it's it's very it's very enjoyable that you can help others. So simple, so easy with the things that you experience yourself and you study yourself. So I thought that if I start this channel and start sharing these ideas with others, it might be helpful for others other than my close friends and family members. So that's the reason I started this. And that's why you're watching this video. That's the first one. But during these years, I found a couple of problems in my way. One is the common sense, or should I call it common mistakes? Common sense is from my point of view is the most important blocker in your way, because everything that you want to do for yourself, you think, oh, it doesn't make sense. Or it makes sense, but it's not common sense. Everyone else is doing something else. And I believe in the things that everyone is doing. Things like breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So why should I stop eating breakfast? It doesn't make sense, because the common sense is you start your day, so you need to have your energy for the day. So you need to have a meal. You need to break your fast. That's why you call it breakfast. And then it's normal, it's natural. But I'm going to challenge those ideas in the future videos as well. So that's the first problem. So you need to be ready to put aside everything that is common sense and everything that is a belief, that we believe because we believe. We don't have any reason for it. So we're going in this journey, we're going to find the reasons and believe things and accept things only if they are based on good reasons. And then the second problem that I could see was inaccurate understanding. So there are things that we do because we think that we know uh, the basis of them. We think that we understand them, but we don't. Things like fiber is good for you, or one glass of wine is beneficial to you, or carbohydrates are essential nutrients for your body. Things like that. So these are obvious in the literature. So if you read about it, if you do a bit of deep dive in the books, in the text, you will find the reasons. But it's the problem is we are misled by some of the researchers, by some of the uh, words of the experts. So they are misleading us. Not, I'm not saying anyone doing it on purpose, but that's misunderstanding of the actual facts. So we need to find those, and we need to protect ourselves from those misunderstandings as well. So we're going to talk about those as well. And then I thought that these videos might help others with two other things as well. Fearing of change, being afraid of changing your habits and the way that you live, and then not having the support that you need to go through a new journey, to go through a lifestyle change. Because we are talking about nutrition in the future videos, how you can change your health and wellness using nutrition and lifestyle. So we're not talking about any medicine. We're not talking about any procedures or operations or medical interventions and things like that. Because as you know, as I mentioned, I'm not a doctor. So We're not talking about those. So you need to have that support to be able to change your lifestyle. Because imagine that you want to do something new, you want to eat in a certain way, or you want to stop eating something, and then the rest of your family or the rest of your friends or the group that you're going out with them, they're not supporting you. So you're constantly in a battle with them that you need to prove that you're not wrong, or you need to answer the questions, like constant questions that you get because they don't understand what you're doing. And that's like kind of a uh, upsetting factor for you. So these videos, this channel could provide you that kind of support as well. It might. We'll see. Well, what sort of issues I'm talking about? What we can expect from these next videos that you might uh, find interesting and you might follow. So we're going to talk about diabetes type 1 and type 2, high blood sugar that you've seen in many others, maybe in your family, maybe you have it. I know a lot of people. I've lost people to these devastating diseases. And that's why it's important to me. That's why I've started this journey, because of, I told you, because of my own personal health and the dearest family members that were suffering from this, and I've lost them, some of them, because of the issues. So, high cholesterol, cardiovascular disease, heart disease, obesity, being overweight. You want to lose your weight, you don't know how to. That's what we're talking about here. I'm going to give you the easy and simple solutions to that. Not the easy, but simple solutions. Skin issues, hair loss, eczema, I don't know, muscle loss, fatigue, chronic fatigue, or brain fog, or headaches, end of the day. No day should end with headache. That's a common sense. That's a common mistake. I've heard this from someone many years ago, maybe I think it was 25 years ago, something like that, that a usual day should end with headache. If you don't have a headache, you haven't worked enough. You haven't worked hardly, uh, which is which is wrong, completely wrong. I was misled by that saying, and I thought it's very cool. So if I get the headache, it means that I've exhausted everything that I've had, and that's the way that you should work every day. Now I'm working almost double that, and I don't get the headaches. So that was wrong. That was misunderstanding. Things like that. Decline in cognitive abilities, dementia, Alzheimer, Alzheimer's disease. These are not natural things. You shouldn't get those as you get older. That's an excuse from the medical community, from the healthcare providers, that they tell you. So when they don't know what is happening with you, and they don't have a good reason, or they are just lazy to explain it to you. They know what is happening, but they're lazy to explain it to you, or they haven't updated themselves with the latest researches, or some of the times it's not latest researches. Some of these things are well known for, I don't know, for more than 100 years. So we know the medical community, they know what is happening with you. Things like Alzheimer's disease or dementia or depression or mood swing and things like that. They have a clear solution for that. But I'm not sure why they don't know that. Maybe they're not taught in schools. So these things, dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and stuff, they are related to age, but it's not because of age. So not everyone should get that. And if you're getting it, it's not because of your age. Age is a factor. Genetics is another thing. It's a scapegoat for the doctor. So you go to the doctor, you say that I am suffering from this issue, and the first thing they ask is, has anyone else in your family had this issue? And you say Yes, my mother had it. I have an uncle. Let me tell you about this. I was losing a bit of hair when I was 17, 18, something like that. And it's very natural, it's very usual. And I went to a doctor, and the doctor asked me, "Do you have anyone that has lost his hair in your family, like completely going completely bald?" And I said, "Yes, I have someone like that. It's not close family, but they are relative." And he said, "Oh, okay, so you're definitely going to be bald. There's nothing that you can do." And now, 30 years later, I am not bald yet. So these things, these scapegoats, that these ways that they find, some of the time these are not the actual reason. So genetics is not the whole thing. So if you have a father who has cancer or diabetes or high blood sugar or high blood pressure, that doesn't determine that you will have those issues. That's a separate thing. These are all factors. These are important, but they're not the only factor. So we're going to talk about those, and then other usual things like irritable bowel syndrome. So one day diarrhea, other day constipation, constantly feeling your digestive tract from your mouth down to the other end. That's not normal. So you shouldn't feel your digestive tract. If you know where your stomach is, there is something wrong with you, and the solution is not that hard. If you're feeling your intestine as it's just moving the food along the digestive tract, there is something wrong. You shouldn't feel those movements. It shouldn't be painful. It's a natural thing. And other things like that, autoimmune issues and stuff like that. Okay, so that's some of the things that we're going to discuss, and many, many more. Things like your body, so the composition of your bodies. If you like to be in a certain way and you're not happy with your body and you think it's not natural, we need to discuss that first. What type of body is natural? Many of the things that we think is bad and you see on the first page of the magazines or in the Hollywood stars, those are not natural body, those are not healthy body. So they are promoting these kind of body shapes and compositions, but it's not natural. You need to know what to do about them. So which one of these body types that, for example, you see on the screen, you can fix it easily, or what are the solution to those? So we're going to talk about food. So what sort of food is good for your heart? What is not? What sort of foods are necessary or not, like steak, salad, fruits. We're going to see the uh, advantages and disadvantages of every food. We're going to talk about them, like high cholesterol, high fat food, and their relation with your health. If you want to have fun, we're going to talk about which type of fun is like in terms of food, of course. What sort of drinks are harmful, and if you want to do it, if you decide to do it, which one is less harmful? And then personal care products, which one of them is necessary, which one is not, which one is safe to put aside, or supplements, performance supplements or nutritional supplements and stuff like that. Which one of them you should take, which one of them you shouldn't take, which one is waste of money, which one is essential. So that's it very briefly. That's the end of first video. So let me just wrap it up again for you. I'm not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. We're not going to talk about any sort of operation or medical procedure or prescription or medicine or things like that, because this is not the place. I will just provide you with some information with the knowledge that I found based on my own researches from the literature, from the researches, from the books, based on many years of personal research and my own personal experience with myself, with my close friends and family members. So I will provide you those information and knowledge so you know them. So you can make the best decision for you. And next time that you're talking to a medical and health provider, you can you can know, you can actually discuss, you can have a good discussion. And I think I don't have anything else for the first video. So please, if you like the sort of content that I just explained, please follow this channel, and you will see more videos from me. And then please, in the comment, let me know what sort of issues you want to talk about first, and what sort of content you're more interested in. So I make those contents first. And please follow my my channel on other platforms. The links are in the show note. Just go through them. Any of them that are easier for you, please go ahead and follow them on Instagram, on Telegram, or WhatsApp, or whatever that you like the most. And I think on that note, we can finish this one up. And I hope you enjoyed this first one, and I hope you follow the channel and you find it useful. For a time, I wish you luck, and let's focus on hope and wellness.